Alright, so this is week 5. This week I read a few articles from the CBC surrounding border blocks that Netflix has put on its content. In the past year, Netflix has put a strict stop to border hopping, which meant that Canadians can no longer access the much larger US Netflix films and TV shows. Canadians and other non-US countries have been using VPNs, which allow them to lie about your location and watch the new US Netflix. Recently, a Canadian company founded an electronic device called the Turbo Beacon, which makes it possible for Canadian residents to once again watch US Netflix. This device provides you with the ability to hide your location and cross over the virtual border. They claim this device doesn't break any laws and simply connects to your Wi-Fi and works for Netflix, Hulu, and HBO. The device costs $24.95 US and you pay a monthly subscription fee of $7.95. The company claims that interest is growing in Canada, Australia, and the UK, but competition has already sprung up in Vancouver. Netflix is now cracking down on its border block because it signed a country-exclusive lease agreement for most of its shows and movies. HBO is one of the channels that Canadians are so desperately trying to stream using their unblocking sites. In 2015, HBO sent a letter to foreign subscribers telling them to stop accessing their American-only channel. Because of this, customers are bypassing border control and HBO is ultimately losing profits. The Federal Department of Canadian Heritage told CBC that Copyright Act does not cover virtual border hopping, and this issue has never been formally tried in court. But with the rise of unblocking sites and the resilience of Netflix, maybe this will change in the future. Most of the unblocking sites have been putting up a good fight against Netflix, but in 2016, these sites could not compete with the Netflix powerhouse. An Australian-based company called Uflix made a post claiming that, unfortunately, every time we set up a new network or find a workaround, it's getting blocked within hours. Netflix has gone to extreme measures to ensure that users cannot bypass these location laws. In August of 2016, Uflix gave up and said it would no longer worth its time or money to keep fighting against Netflix. Netflix has made no comment on how they continue to block these sites. Another popular site used in Canada was Unblock Us. This site was eventually, though, conquered by Netflix. This site used to actively advertise its unblocking abilities, but since the crackdown has cleared all content relating to Netflix unblocking. Another question we may ask is related to content providers, the ones who sell the shows to Netflix. They are losing profits by allowing non-American viewers to see their content, while Netflix is still making somewhat of a profit because all viewers are required to have a subscription. This cross-border watching is still resulting in money being exchanged within the media market, but it is ultimately affecting the profits that could be made. This unblocking and border hopping is still happening today. It has just become more uncommon because more and more sites are being taken down by Netflix. The customers that are continuing to hunt for these sites are the committed ones. They will switch unblocking sites every month if they have to. It is viewed by many that Netflix has won the game. They have fought off piracy sites and continue to as they pop up. And in the first quarter of 2016, it came in at $1.96 billion profit compared to last year, which was $1.57 billion. They continue to grow as more people continue to switch from cable to streaming.